Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Blaze and welcome back to Anti-Material Energy. In the last episode, we did a couple of different things. We made the Vortex Infusion and the Vortex Infusion controller from Aura Cascade, and we also made the Transmutation tablet from Equivalent Exchange 3. Now this thing is kind of crazy because, well, there's a very easy way to duplicate items without consequence or anything like that. So it's incredibly cheaty, and I sort of feel bad for it, but at the same time, I'm tired of this pack being grindy. It's a broken pack. I want to move on from it anyways. Which, speaking of which, I still need to go finish Material Energy 4, but hypercubed. Anyways, the way this works is diamonds have an exchange value of 8,000. We can turn 1 diamond into 32 gold with the IVET from Paracel. Now this thing gives us 65,000 exchange, which we can then put back in here and turn into 8 diamonds. And then we can kind of continuously do that for as much resources as we want. And let's get like a bunch of iron, and now we really don't have to worry about much ever again. So I'm going to completely and utterly cheese the rest of this map. We're going to work on a couple of things, make sure that they're still decently, like, we're going to do a couple things still kind of legitimately, but if we need mass amounts of any sort of resource, we'll just do that to it. It's fine, I don't mind, it's kind of whatever, but I mean, we just got close to a stack of iron blocks, and we can get close to a stack of gold pretty quickly too. So we're gonna be drowning in resources at this point, and that's okay, because it's more about collecting the resources and whatnot. So I did look up, by the way, the scroll of transmutation knowledge. This thing, completely useless. It's a work in progress. It does nothing as of whenever the wiki was wrote, but it's supposed to be able to give your transmutation knowledge to another player. That's it. And then this potion is also, I couldn't find any information on that one, so who knows. Anyways, today the plan is we're going to get into Calculator and try to finish up a lot of Calculator, as well as well, we need emeralds. That's the thing. So we're going to get into Calculator and all that kind of fun stuff. You know what? I wonder. Oh no. We can do a lot of really fun things at this point. Okay, that's good to know. So we're probably gonna end up making some generators and then just duplicating them, and we're gonna be overpowered. We're like 20 episodes into the series, and again, this is a work in progress, aka never completed. This mod pack was never completed. There's a lot of recipes that are broken. Which, speaking of which, I just gonna do this. There's a lot of quests that are broken, but you know what? It doesn't matter. We're gonna break the rest of this pack with this little combination. I don't know if there's anything else we can use it for, but we'll see. Anyways, we need emeralds. In order to get emeralds, we're going to need this neutralized ME matter. So we're gonna need some blocks of gold and diamonds. Oh no. I think we can handle that. And we're also gonna need a little bit more diamonds than that. We're going to need one of these tier 3 crafting components, which requires a piece of paper and some other things. So 3 of those, 4 of those, 4 paracells, and we'll go ahead and make this. So 1, some diamonds. Is that wrong? Yes, okay. So there's 2 tier 3 crafting things. So we're going to go ahead and use both of these. So we're gonna need some more diamonds. Guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna put diamonds in there. Bunch of gold. Put all the gold in there. bunch of diamonds. And that should be fine for now. So if we want this neutralized to ME matter, eventually we can do we could do nether stars. We're only ever going to need to get one nether star, so that's nice. But we want that. Actually, we're going to want to turn all these into blocks. And let's get 2 recipes of neutralized ME matter. So this has no exchange value. It is a quest, but we don't have access to it. It's right here. We have that guy, and then the red matter, and all this stuff. Most of those quests are broken. We cannot make the spawn cow or the spawn squid. Once we get kind of done with everything, my plan is to kind of go through the quest book and complete things, whether spawning items in or whatever we need to. But we put this stuff in here, and it makes ME matter. So we're gonna just take all of the stuff, and now here's the question: it has no exchange value? That's okay. So we can make that stuff pretty simply, to be honest. But we need to use it to make different things. So the blocks are just storage. All right, that's good to know. So there's 7 recipes, and then there's a bunch of shapeless recipes. That's scary. We can make ores. We can make red matter and green matter with a little bit of stuff. I don't know if that stuff is used for much else. It has a very large burn time, so maybe we'll use that later. Who knows? We can make a ton of soul sand. Things like gas tiers, we'll need to get some of those eventually. Is green matter used for anything else? No. Does a quarter damage of the entity's health. Wow. That's kind of crazy. So anyways, there's a bunch of recipes. We can make stone bricks and just a ton of things. But what we want, we can get the paracel cloud, which would actually let us fly. We can get coal and iron and nether quartz. Okay. We're going to want, not slime balls, we're going to want emeralds. And it's actually really nice that it gave us 2 of these. So we're going to put the ME matter in there. We're going to take one of these emeralds over here. Now, emeralds are actually a higher exchange value. No, they're the same. Never mind. I take it back. So we put the tome in there and one of the emeralds, and we'll learn how to make emeralds. And then from there, we don't have to worry about never having emeralds ever again. We can put this back in here. Does that do anything? It makes us 2 diamonds. Oh, great. Another way to duplicate stuff. So we can duplicate emeralds and diamonds like that. So yeah, the IVAT is broken when paired with the transmutation table. So now we have emeralds. Why did we need emeralds? Well, we can use emeralds to make the atomic assemblies, which are used for quite a few things. There is another, funnily enough, the atomic multiplier is also something you can use to duplicate items. But we're going to need 2 atomic assemblies, and that will let us make both the flawless and atomic calculators. We don't actually need the atomic calculator other than the fact that we need it to make the end diamond. After that, we don't really need it. So we're going to need some reinforced stuff. Just use the stone. And the atomic calculator is going to require a calculator screen. We're going to need 2 of those. And the atomic calculator is weird because it is a block. We're going to need a bunch of scientific calculators. Okay. And 4 diamonds. I think I can handle that. So one of these days we'll make an actual a planergistic system as well. But that will be another time. We'll set that up later. Again, a lot of this stuff is just kind of a pain. So we're going to need 8 of these atomic modules and advanced assemblies. So we're going to need a lot of the stuff. So the atomic modules require scientific calculators. We're going to need 4 for each. So that's 16, 32 scientific calculators. 32 scientific calculators. Wow. I'm going to put my calculators away. And we're going to put this in here and both emeralds. So we can always make more emeralds. Not too worried about that. We're going to need half a stack of redstone. We're going to want a good bit of cobblestone. And let's go ahead and make the screens, half a stack of screens. Alright, with that, we can then make, we're going to need a bunch of enriched gold as well. Is there an easy way to get this stuff? No. So we want more redstone. Alright, so scientific calculators, we're going to need a lot more of these guys, which are just buttons. So if we're going to need a stack of those. Let's go ahead and get a stack of them, I guess. So it's 9 stacks of stone turned into buttons. 4, 5. You know what, let's go ahead and cook up that. 6, 7, 8, 9. Cool. And that should be all of them, so we should be able to get a stack of these. Alright, so with that we'll need a stack of the stone, and then a ton of the enriched gold. So again, the enriched gold is going to require, so we're going to need 2 stacks of enriched gold, which means we're going to need how much resources? For the enriched gold, it is 4, so we're going to need half a stack. And like, there we go. Cool. So the calculator. So 2 stacks of that. And then we're going to need to cook this up. Let's grab a little bit. Is this charcoal? So we'll fill these back up all the way. And then I'll fill them up more later. So we have 44 of each. So that's going to take a little bit of time. Okay. So that is the scientific calculators. And then we're going to need 8 diamonds for that. Alright, so that's not too bad. And then for the other thing, the advanced assemblies, we're going to need 4, 16. Let's see, we're going to need 8 of these guys. Not like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1. So we're going to need 4, 16. We're going to need 15 more buttons. Or 15 times 9 buttons. So every like 30. Actually 45 would be 3 rows. So every 45 stone we can continue making all this stuff. So at this point with the scientific calculators, we're just gonna have to wait. But everything else should be pretty straightforward. Now I guess we can go ahead and start working on the storage chamber. We're going to need 2 blocks of reinforced iron, which is just, let's just get a stack of this stuff. And that will be fine. So we'll put this away. We can start putting some of our resources away. Turning this into blocks again. And then, yeah, we're going to need 4 and then like 8 more diamonds or something like that. I don't know. But diamonds. We're going to need more room, more space, more everything, basically. But anyway, so there's 3 of those. Take all of the gold. And we can continue on. So, other things that we're going to want, you know what, I realize we have the ability to make a bunch of stone over there. So something else we're going to want to do, let's go ahead and grab, see, every 81, let's see, how many, we're going to need to get, one of the quests in the charcoal thing is we need to make the superfruit charcoal. The recipe for that requires 3 of each of the green fruit charcoals. So we're going to need a lot of this stuff. You know, I'm not even going to worry about, like, counting. We'll kind of just work with it. Because the thing is any extra charcoal we can just use. But let's furnace input. Let's just cook up all of this sugar cane because we actually have a ton of it. And then we'll just kind of slowly work towards getting more and more charcoal. We could do other stuff, but it's okay. So there's 39. And there's 2 more sets. Still getting the enriched gold, so this is going to take a little bit of time. That's okay. So let's take a look. Let's actually eat some bread. Let's take a look at some other things we can do while we're kind of waiting. What are the quests that we need to do in this section? So we have all of these guys completed. We need to make the singularities. We'll get to that later once we start making more pizza ovens, which these things, by the way, are going to be super duper easy to make. We can teach it how to make pistons. We can teach it how to make slime balls. Slime balls are actually incredibly cheap, and so let's actually go ahead and do that. And like everything is going to just be straightforward and simple at this point. So we'll teach it slime balls. But everything that has an energy value, that is what we have to use. We can't use anything that doesn't have energy values, which is the only, like, bummer, but whatever. Anyways, we'll put this away. How are we doing on this? Now, one of the things that we are going to need to make is the double layer capacitor. This requires controlled fuel, which requires the flawless calculator. So that's what we can't make. But once we have this stuff, which the enriched fuel we can make with redstone and coal, that's easy enough. I believe we have some of the controlled fuel, or we have purified coal, which we can use to make some stuff, but we're going to need a little bit of redstone and a little bit of coal, and then our calculator to get to the double layer capacitors. That's kind of our goal, but there's the enriched coal. Does that have an exchange? Nope, of course not. So it's just a matter of getting more and more stuff. Alright, so once we have 30 more stone cooked up, in fact, do we have any more in here? No. Still working on it though. Let's see, what else can we be doing right now? Let's go ahead and look through the quest book. There's also the compact machine, which requires a bunch of metasilicate, which is easy enough. The world resizing thing was expensive. It's not anymore. So we could actually probably make that guy while we're waiting for everything else. But before we do, we could also start making more atomic manipulators once we get double-layer capacitor. And then that can allow us to make more and more of the MineChem stuff. So what was the thing, the resizer? World resizing interface. So we're going to need pistons. Let's get a piston. We have the wood, we have everything else. And do we have another crafting table somewhere? I thought we did. Don't we have one over here? Yeah, let's use this one. Alright, so we're going to want a piston, just a normal piston. And this is something we'll also teach the IVET, or not the IVET, the alchemical tome. That way we can duplicate them fairly easily. This is, I think, the intended thing to do anyways. This is a great way to get a lot of resources. It's just going to be a matter of everything is going to be broken now. Because, here, let's just put a single diamond in there. And now we have 25 pistons. And a bunch of slime balls. So we can hopefully make this stuff. So we're going to need, what, 2 sticky pistons? No, just 1 sticky piston. And 1 normal piston. And we're going to need some iron and gold. And we're going to need glass. Glass is the other thing that's kind of a pain. So you know what? That, I think, is something we're going to... Let's take this out. We'll get the single piece of glass, and then we'll throw the stuff back in there. And we're actually going to exchange value the glass. That seems really silly, but it's really a good way to get a ton of glass very quickly. So we'll put that in there. Now, sticky pistons don't have exchange values. And I like that it tells you that you know how to transmute it. That's actually really nice. Alright, so we can put this back in here. We can get some glass. We're going to need a little bit more. So let's get a few stacks of glass. A little overboard, but that's okay. That's fine. We can do something like that. And you know what? Let's do the same thing with stone. Let's also get stone. Just because it's more of a time sink than anything else. So single piece of stone. We don't need to make any right now. I'm going to let the furnace kind of finish up with that, but since we found an exploit in this, we're going to be abusing it as much as possible. Call me a cheater if you want, but I don't care. It's too good. A lot of things, I mean, sugar cane charcoal also has EMC, or exchange values, whatever. All of this stuff does. So we can just duplicate it all. It's crazy. Anyways, we need 30 more. There is the 30 buttons. The calculator assemblies. Those are also... I mean, these are all exchangeable, so I guess I could have been making them. But we're going to have half a stack of screens. Half a stack of these. And all of that. So we can put the reinforced stone back. Stone. Did I teach you how to make stone yet? I actually don't remember. Yes. Grab the rest of that out of there with stone. So yeah, we could have made things a little bit simpler, but it's fine. We're going to need some glass. Anyways, we can... we just need to, well, grab the rest of this stuff. And there are the 32 scientific calculators that we're going to need, which we can just throw on the ground. We'll stand here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's our first atomic module. And I guess we'll just manually create these, just because we don't really have the space, inventory, or anything like that. So, oh hey, we picked up our diamonds. But yeah, so we're gonna make the atomic modules. Those have no exchange value, so I couldn't have copied this. But if the... does this? No, the atomic assembly does not either. The advanced assemblies do, but that's fine. So we're going to make 2 of these guys. And then we're going to put one of these back. We're going to take a calculator screen. We're going to take, let's see, what else do we need? We need 3 diamonds and then 4 of these. And there is the atomic calculator. So that is not a quest, but that's going to allow us to do more stuff. The atomic calculator, I do believe, requires power. So we're going to put it right here. And, or does it? No, it doesn't. Okay. I'm going to pick it up. And I guess we're going to put it like right here. So what do we need the atomic calculator for? Well, in order to make the flawless calculator, we're going to need flawless diamonds for one, which requires atomic binder. So we need redstone and gold. I get completely distracted from the other thing. What am I trying to think? The atomic resizing stuff. I don't know if we need both of these, but this will allow us to make atomic binders. And that should be all we need for now. And then we put this in here. We need more diamonds, so let's go cheat a bunch of diamonds in. It's not technically, like, I'm not using creative mode, so it's not like cheating, but it's still pretty cheaty. We'll grab all of that. And diamonds. And diamonds. Cool. So we have a ton of diamonds. We should be fine for now. So see, let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4. Just get a bunch, all 8. And then we're going to need the end diamond. So we need what? How many of those diamonds? We need 4 flawless diamonds. Now there are other ways to get flawless diamonds, and we'll look at that later. We need 2 diamonds there. Cool. So the last thing we need is just the end diamond. Flawless diamonds, by the way, also come from flawless trees. Or diamond trees, rather. But we need an end diamond block. We're going to need end diamonds in general, which requires electric diamonds, which requires a conductor's mass and lots of blaze rods, which blaze rods are actually not that difficult to do at this point for various reasons. So what we're going to do is let's dump that in there, dump that stuff in there. Okay, so we have 4 extra flawless diamonds. We're going to need to make a conductor mass. The conductor mass actually gives us power. It's 2 energy modules and a fire diamond. So we need those blaze rods. Let's get our ME matter. We'll get 8 blaze rods. Now these do have EMC. So guess what we're going to go do? We're going to take one of these. And how many do we need for the fire diamond? Just 1. But we're going to take this and we're going to learn it. Because it's going to be useful for getting various things later anyways. But it's going to give us our fire diamond. And then with that, we can put that in center with the 2 energy modules and get the conductor mass. Now we're going to need a good bit of these fire diamonds, and eventually we can stop using diamonds and use other things. But we need to place this conductor mass somewhere. Let's put it right. Let's put it over here a little bit. And this thing will, every once in a while, get hit by lightning. And when it does, we will get more stuff. We'll get the electric diamonds. So, you know what? Let's hold off on that for a second. I want to teach... We're going to need, for the flawless calculator, for the end diamonds, we're going to need obsidian and end stone. And I also want to teach netherrack. Let's see, obsidian, and we're going to want end stone as well, taught to the transmutation tablet. We could use this recipe, or, yeah, we'll just use that recipe. So we're going to need not an entire stack, just one anti-block, this guy, and 3 of these, and we're just going to make a real quick crafting table. And I guess you know what, we'll put it right here. So something like that gives us a bunch of end stone. We can put the dust back away and grab our Philosopher's Stone, aka Sanguine Star. And, you know, no, I don't want that there. I want that there. And here we'll teach obsidian, netherrack, and end stone. So that will be good enough for now. And hopefully we can get a lightning strike so that we can finish up calculator for a little while. There's other things that I'm going to want to do with calculator, but the flawless calculator is going to make things a lot easier. It has 6 different modes: flawless, dynamic, normal, spawn grenade, spawn ender pearl, teleport. Wow, never knew that one. The dynamic crafting is actually really cool. It basically combines the scientific, the normal, and the atomic calculators all together. So let's grab a little bit of obsidian. And you know what? There's one more thing I want to actually teach it, which is going to require us to dig up our nether wart. Let's get soul sand. So the only bad thing with the transmutation is to learn an item, you need to make it and then destroy it. But then after that, we can make anything. Like, not even joking, we can make literally anything. Let's just get a bunch of this. Eat some bread. And so one of the big things that we're going to kind of start looking into fairly soon is stuff like, you know, can we get into like oh, I don't know, maybe more power, get a applied logistics system up and running for us. You know, that kind of stuff. We only need one right now, so let's just do this. You know, there's a lot of things to kind of consider, but we have the electric diamond. So this got struck by lightning. It's random when it does. I don't know if we'll have particle effects or anything like that. We can honestly see. But electric diamond, end stone, and obsidian gives us the end diamond. And with all this stuff, we can put our calculators away for good. Alright. But yeah, this has a lot of power. Each strike is like, let's watch it. Oh, so it doesn't have a particle effect on this. But each strike is like like 10,000 RF. So it's pretty good. But there is the flawless calculator. Let's go ahead and charge this guy up. And then we can make the last thing we need to do, which is the double layer capacitor. So I'm going to get rid of all that stuff. And are you done? No, okay, you've got enough. So it has flawless mode. We can shift click to make dynamic, normal, and then all the other stuff. So what we need for the double layer capacitor is controlled fuel. Does that have no exchange? Alright, so we're going to need 2 of those circuits, 2 of these, and then a bunch of redstone alloys. So this, those 2, and then that gives us the controlled fuel. And then for the actual capacitor, we need, looks like any 2 circuits. So we'll use this one and this one. Actually, let's see. Do you have any other uses? No. How about you? Because we don't want to use something that's useful for something else. It's not that. How about this guy? Useful, very useful actually. This, not useful. Okay, so now we can make double layer capacitors, and there we go. That is a machine upgrade, and that should finish off this. So we're gonna get a reward bag, some circuits, and that is pretty much all we need to do right now. We have a greater reward bag. I believe those are broken completely. Yeah, so those are broken completely. Those go in here. And yeah, so we have the flawless calculator now. Only calculator we're gonna need. And we can start looking into a lot of much more complex calculator stuff if we want to. But kind of the big thing we can do now is speed up our machines. So I think maybe what we'll do next time is start looking at getting into a lot more of like power generation and all that kind of stuff. I think that would be good. And then we can go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know we're cheating with the equivalent exchange and the IVET stuff, but oh well. It doesn't matter too much, to be honest. It's more of a thing of like, it's going to give us a lot of the resources we need to do a lot of the things we're going to be doing. By the way, we have a ton of this stuff, which I can then turn into compressed blocks and turn those into even more compressed blocks. And we can set that all up over here. So those go there, and we'll just get a ton of that stuff if we need to, if we want to, whatever we want to do. So yeah, next time I think what we're going to do is we're going to set up a little bit better of a base, get an applied logistics system up and running and all that kind of fun stuff. We'll probably look at making more caches. I'm actually curious, cache, No exchange value. Alright, but we can just make... Ooh, EnderIO doesn't have an exchange value either. But then EnderIO base does. That is good. Because shiny ingots are actually really hard to get. We can induction furnace ferrous ore, but we can't get ferrous ore. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get shiny metal. We're gonna need platinum, and to get platinum comes from chloroplatanic acid. Paracel. Okay. So, Paracel. This stuff will give us platinum. And once we have a little bit of platinum, then we can kind of get what we need. In terms of we can start getting like EnderIO and just make a bunch of resonant caches for anything that we want. We can set up a nice big ME system and kind of clearing things up a little bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We got a lot done. We're on the verge of doing a lot more, so should be fun. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!